Hello everybody, happy Tuesday. Danny Shay here I think it's going to be a short video. I want to talk about the Supreme Court, homelessness. I'm going to solve the whole problem of homelessness. Well, maybe not. But we are going to look into it a little bit. I remember doing a reading, when I first started the channel on homelessness. And I said, well, we're going to have to shift our perception of what it means to be homeless. And maybe we need to be living in cars and vans. And, well, that's the big issue up in Oregon. And not only in Oregon, in Bend, Oregon, but that's where the Supreme Court is looking into. And down in LA, it's just crazy. And people are getting in RVs, living in the streets of Malibu. I'm going, hell yeah, I'll live in Malibu on the streets for free. Instead of spending $50 billion on a little postage-sized house. Anyway. So I want to take a look at that. I am not going to look at Pumpkinhead. I hope. I may get into it a little bit. I mean, we're just so obsessed. Every little bit. Oh, he opened his door to his SUV. Oh, he got out of his SUV. Oh, he made a step towards the court. What do we think? We don't think much. Anyway, let's take a look at this. I pulled some energy cards in thinking about this homeless situation. And I'm using the Return of Spirit cards. The first card I got is sexuality. Second is frequency shift. And the third is faith. So this sexuality card, I'm like, how does that play into the homelessness? And so it's the sacral chakra, and actually, according to this book, there are two chakras that are associated with sexuality. Is it that these chakras need to be balanced better? Are we feeling this isolation? And so we need to be more open, more receptive. And I think that that's it. Because we look at homelessness in such a way that it's like, ooh, it's bad. Yet, we are that far away from being homeless, each and every one of us. A little earthquake here, big earthquake there, no home. So, I mean, we have a guy who parks down the street from us. And, well, we actually have two. I mean, we're not alone in the feeling of homelessness in California. Who wouldn't want to be in a warm climate that is not too hot, not too cold? It's just right. So yeah, there's a lot of people living on the streets here. The people in Chicago and New York, yikes. How do they do it? And anyway, so we have two vehicles around us that keep coming around. One is a Mad Max car. It looks like hell. I mean, it's got a big diesel gas tank, well, fuel tank, on the top of the car. I don't know if it's full or what. The bumper is up on top of the car, the front bumper, so the grill is all open. And it's just like, what's going on there? It's just crazy. Then there's another one with a Sprinter van, and it's all neat, but still, the neighborhood, some of the neighbors are like, oh, hell no, we don't want any of them here. So not in my backyard. And it feels like when I look at these cards, we are blocking off some of our intimacy, some of our compassion for the homelessness. We need a frequency shift. And let's have a little faith that things are going to work out. And that little faith that we're going to have that things will work out, leaving it to the higher powers, there's also that frequency shift that we need to actually do something. So this isn't a reading to solve anything. It's a reading to open up our awarenesses so that we can maybe find a way to actually help versus be in fear of people living on the street. Some of them are crazy. And then again, my brother's crazy and he's got a home. So, I don't know. Who do you want to stand next to? A Republican hillbilly toothless brother carrying an AK-47 or a homeless guy with a toothpick? Just saying. All right, let's pull some, still on this Return of Spirit deck. Let's pull 3 more. Is there a solution? And just not the solution, but is there a solution? Yes, there is. Okay. Yes, there is. Confidence, knowledge. Okay, those two. If we have confidence that we can solve this problem, well, what's stopping us? We have the confidence. Let's keep going. Let's solve this problem. And maybe it's not even a problem. Maybe we just need to frequency shift. There's knowledge that we can grab. Okay, help us. Where is this knowledge going to come from? Star seeds. Again, another frequency shift. We don't get to see star seeds because of when we're way low into the 3D. We're not going to see them. We're not going to feel them, right? But if we raise our vibration, if we have that frequency shift to a higher knowledge, then, yeah, we may be able to come up with a win-win for everyone. I'm going to pull another deck, so hang on. Okay, so since the last card was Starseed, I had to pull out my Galactic Heritage deck. At the bottom of the deck, when I pulled it out, I got homesickness. So we're talking about homelessness. We're talking about homesickness at the base of the deck. What does that mean? Homesickness. And then you think of star seeds. They go, there was no homelessness in space. Down here, there is. And maybe that's true, maybe that's not. It feels like, it feels like if we would stop thinking that I own something and you don't, if it was just shared, and this is a huge frequency shift, letting go of possessions. Thank you, John Lennon. Just imagine there's no possessions. It's kind of easy if you try. You know, we get done with something, give it away. I don't need it anymore. But I paid for it. Yeah, but I don't need it anymore. And I need something that you have or they have. Interesting concept. Yes? All right, so let's see where we go with this. I mean, is that even possible for us to achieve? John Lennon was singing about it in the 70s, 80s, 70s? I don't know. Some of you are going, who's John Lennon? I was talking to a friend of mine, and her kid was like 18. He has no idea. Who are the Beatles? Damn, I feel old. That was a frequency shift. Okay. So as I shuffle these decks, the Galactic Heritage, I want to ask, is there a solution that we can learn from our heritage as star beings? Again, with the home theme, calling our parts home. Paradox, leaving home. A lot of home stuff here. All right. Okay, I'm going to drop this down and we're going to try to make sense of it. Yeah, we can, but it's a paradox. Calling our parts home. This is coming into enlightenment. This is bringing everything together, that there's good and bad parts, and we need to bring that together. It's the same thing with this paradox card, that we can have this plurality, this duality, good and evil, and mix them together because that's part of us. And then this leaving home, to me, this is like leaving what we think we need and coming to a new realization of how we can live together with both the light and the dark, the good and the bad. What we perceive is good, what we perceive is bad. And then we have this creative communication and belief system that we have to have a better, oh, you guys probably can't see this. We have to have a better communication, and we have to shift our belief system from the 3D earth present. We have to embrace the transition of calling all the parts home. The paradox of good versus evil, blend those together and leave the 3D home. And we may go, oh, I want to go back. I want to go back. Well, this is going back to a different star system. This is not coming back to Earth so much. Earth is our belief system that we're hanging on to. Okay, I can keep yakking on that, but it's just to spark some ideas to see, can we change this? Can we change this, our viewpoint of homelessness to one of inclusion? Yeah, I think we can. Let's take a look at the Supreme Court. How are they going to rule on this? Are they going to rule that Bend, Oregon can kick the homeless out of their cars. One of the justices says, so are you saying where are the homeless going to sleep? And to me, I mean, there needs to be a blend. What's the Supreme Court going to do on the homelessness? Okay. The female, it's a sticky point. The female justices are going to have a huge voice in this. We have the Queen of Wands. This is a sticky point, Ten of Swords, but they're walking away from it. It's like, okay, we're stuck here. This is the reality. We have people who cannot afford a home, who cannot afford to rent a home, who have maybe some challenges that are going to be compounded by giving them tickets or creating criminals because they're homeless. Now they can't get a job because they're criminals. I wasn't talking about Trump. He can always get a job, even if he's a criminal. They can all run for president of the United States. The Homeless Coalition. Sorry. It's a tough decision. The Supreme Court is going to be divided on this a little bit. There's some that are fighting windmills, and there's some sneaky justices. I don't know if you guys know that or not. There's some sneaky justices that are going to try to manipulate things, but it's going to work out okay. We have the Star of Hope bringing some balance to this. So I am saying, yes, that the Supreme Court is going to rule in favor of the people living in their vans and living in their cars. It feels like, and I don't know if this is just me projecting this, wanting this to happen, but it feels like they're going to put some kind of restriction on the garbage and health and safety around the van life. I mean, for me, I think that would be excellent, because that's what really bugs me when you see people living out of their vans or their mobile homes, their RVs, and there's all this garbage outside. I mean, I don't like my neighbors having all this garbage in front of their house. But then again, it's just me. I would do it different. I do it different. All right. Let's look at Pumpkinhead, 18 minutes. Okay, so, and we're still going with the Supreme Court. They're going to hear this immunity thing, I think, on Thursday. People are talking about they better act quick if they want this trial to go before November. If they wait until June to give their response, let's just take a look at that. So, Supreme Court on Thursday is going to hear Trump's immunity. Judge Merchan is holding back on seeing if Trump needs to be fined for his violation of the gag order. Crazy. All right. Supreme Court. Does Trump have immunity? How quick are they going to rule? Queen of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Star of Hope. Hopefully. I think they've already made up their decision. I think it's gonna. I think I'm not getting any fast cards in here, but I am getting that they are going to say Trump does not have immunity. And again, there's a couple of bad pentacles on this Supreme Court bench. Just saying. Tarot speak. All right, let's see if we can get a sense of when are they going to rule. I'm going to do before June, after June. 3 cards. Before June, after June. When are they going to rule on presidential immunity? Before June. Didn't feel right. Before June or after June? Before June. I think it's before. Before June. Yes. After June. After June. Well, let me drop it down and y'all can help me, because I think this makes sense. They're going to have a swift decision with the Knave of Swords. Queen of Pentacles, it's always a yes card. And Justice, yes, they're going to rule before June. After June, riding in as a winner, Strength, and the Ten of Pentacles. This is like family, money, things like that. So these are still yes cards, but this is the biggest yes card. So they're going to look and say, yeah, we do have, there is a reason to wait. I don't know what that would be, but that's the Strength card. There is strength in waiting. And I think that they're, let's just look, will Jack Smith's trial be held before the November election? Will Jack Smith's January 6th insurrection trial be held before, January 6th? Jack Smith. Not before January 6th, before the November election. Before the November election. Before the November election. Ooh, they're thinking on it. Ooh. It's going to be tight. My final card is Jack Smith. King of Cups, Joe Biden. There's going to be some things that come up that are going to restrict some people, some movement. But I think the information is going to come forward. And it's coming forward on strength. There's going to be some dark stuff that comes out of this water. But we also have a new emotional start, Ace of Cups, King of Cups. So I'm going to say yes. I will say yes. Wow, we're in for, well, we're not. I know who is in for a lot. a lot. Okay, that's it. That's all I want to say. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Appreciate y'all. Peace and love.